Well, hello again. It's Mama Jane's husband and
Mama Jane.
And this is part 2 of our experience of being on Cunard, Queen Elizabeth for 2 whole weeks. We've actually got another 4 weeks to go. We're having a fab time.
But what we want to talk about in this video is
the Enrichment Program.
enrichment.
So we've had a lot of sea days on this cruise because we were at sea for 7 days on one after each other as we crossed the Atlantic. And it was a rough crossing, can I tell you? And for 4 of those 7 days, we couldn't go outside because the sea was so rough. So it was a bit of an adventure.
It's too dangerous to be out on the decks, basically. So the doors were all barriers across, so you couldn't sneak out for your own safety.
So you might ask, what is there to do for 7 sea days? Well, I have to say, Cunard, I've got it organised, and there is so much to do. You can't do everything during the Cunard Sea Days. They run an inside program, which is a series of lectures, and we've had some really enriching lectures about where we're going and where we're stopping.
You always get the port information when you come in to stop at port.
You always have a talk about the ports that you're going into.
Other than that, you get what they call insight, and this can be anything. We've had music from the 50s and 60s and the musicals. A chap who came and talked about that, and they do it over 2 or 3 days. We've had talks about the what do you call it? Space?
NASA space program.
Yeah, space program.
Because we were going to Port Canaveral and we went to see the Kennedy Space Center. There'll be a video about that specifically. We had 4 or 5 lectures from someone about the Apollo space program, the space shuttle program, about the disasters that had happened, and about some of the controversies over whether we've actually been to the moon or not, and conspiracy theories. We had a set of lectures about North Atlantic travel and the history of North Atlantic travel, and that was really interesting.
That was good. We've had a talk about, in fact, it's happening this week. We've only had one so far. This is a chap, a marine biologist. He was talking about corals. It was fascinating about corals, and he's coming to talk about some other stuff. We've had a talk about genetics. Now you might think, what? And it was really interesting. It was about the Romanovs, the Russian family, royalty, and all the intrigue surrounding them. And there's more to come from him. Just so many different things. A ballerina who is also a physicist, and how
physics on point.
Yeah, how she does it. So all these such different things. But and that's just the talks. Now, if you look, every day you get a daily program. And there's every kind of quiz. If you're into quizzes, this is the place to be. There's every kind of quiz.
I'm not into quizzes.
Not into quizzes. There's every kind of dance, as in you can learn tap dancing, rumba, ballroom, other kinds of dancing.
Cha-cha-cha.
We've got chair aerobics. We've got obviously there's the gym if you're into that. And
I thought you were going to say there was the gin.
Oh, there's the gin. There's a nice gin bar. Oh, yes.
Gin and fizz is called.
Yeah, and they're very knowledgeable about all the different gins and things. There's also, when you are allowed outside, which we are now, there is golf, as in, what do you call
Driving
it?
range.
Driving range. There's something called paddle tennis, which is like, it's big tennis, but little paddle, like a cross between table tennis and tennis.
There's croquet.
There's croquet.
There's shuffleboard.
Yeah.
And people are out playing them.
Oh,
really,
absolutely.
They're really popular.
Really popular.
Yeah.
It's a proper promenade deck that you can walk the whole way around, and so that's nice. What else have we got entertainment wise?
Well, the swimming pools, there's 2 swimming pools, and there's 4 jacuzzis, and they're very lovely, and they're very warm, the jacuzzi, so that's really good.
Plenty of sunbeds, sun lounges.
Plenty of sunbeds.
Plenty, and
plenty of space outside to sunbathe.
And each day also various groups meet, so it might be Mothers Union or WI or whatever, the Rotary, the Pro, but all these different groups have their own meeting.
They're all cruiser led though.
Yeah, they're cruiser led, but people also want to know about Cunard and how posh is it for what you've to wear. Well, it's quite simple. In the day you wear what you like, absolutely what you like, and in the evening you wear what you like. But you can only go into certain areas after 6 o'clock.
If you're dressed.
You've got to be dressed in a...
Boys have to have a collar on.
Yeah, don't have to have a tie, but they have
boys
to have a collar.
need a collar on.
Yeah.
Okay. So that could be a polo shirt.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
And girls need to be dressed smartly as well.
So then they have what they call...
Gala nights.
Gala nights.
So we have a standard gala night where you put dinner jacket on.
And you
boys have jacket on. And girls have posh frock on.
Or posh trousers and tops.
And then we have a roaring 20s. We have a black and white and a red and gold.
Now, having said that, you don't have to follow the themes. You can just wear your posh stuff.
But most people
do.
Most people make an effort. And it results in these most glamorous evenings. And I love them. I absolutely love it.
Will we be able to put pictures on of...
We'll put some pictures on about the various ones. In fact, we might have a separate video about this because there's lots of pictures of Mama Jane and Mama Jane's husband dressed in posh frocks.
Yeah, well, you weren't in a posh frock, were you?
No, I wasn't in a posh frock, no, but I was dressed posh.
That would have been
quite
an adventure.
Yeah, that would have caused even bigger stir. Yeah, I tell you, I had a red jacket on last night and it caused an absolute stir.
Yeah, more about that in another video.
Oh, yes.
So I think that's about it, really.
Yeah.
So don't go running away and be put off by the idea that Cunard is mega posh. It isn't. It's just
elegant.
It's elegant, and everybody, just ordinary people.
Yeah. But if you join in with the dressing up, you'll get more out.
Yeah, you will. It's good fun.
So,
good fun.
If you don't want to dress up, then you can come on Cunard, but you'll get more out of the cruise if you come prepared to get involved with the elegance of the gala nights. So our first 2 weeks on Cunard Queen Elizabeth, they've been absolutely fabulousy, haven't they, Mama Jane?
They have been really, really good.
Yeah, and we've had a really good time.
Yeah.
And we're going to do some shore visit reports for you, and about Port Canaveral and Fort Lauderdale, and we're stopping at Grand Turk tomorrow. So it's goodbye from her.
Goodbye from him.
Good night.